Picture yourself at your favorite restaurant, the food varieties, the atmosphere, the breads, and the sauces. You may envision your favorite food, but what if all of that didn't matter? The food you were really looking forward for was what came out the other end. Sometimes dramas get messy, and sometimes dramas start messy, and sometimes you don't know how to start a video. As we come to learn on this channel, dramas and the internet as a whole contain a mixed bag, ranging from criminal to political, all the way to downright stomach-churning degeneracy. Today's video is a bit of an outlier, diving headfirst into the weird and wacky side of the internet, so deep into internet subcultures that you begin to pull out topics like today's video. Messytails, or the brown-nose pup, is a disturbing mystery told in the depths of internet culture, one that provides intrigue, disgust, and asks a few mind-pondering questions. The story is fascinating for its wonder, but who really is Messytails, and where did he come from, and where is he now? Most of the internet history is documented through the 1,292 tweets on their very own Twitter, a vast stream of consciousness with mainly one connecting theme between them. That connecting theme? Bodily excrements. The large majority of tweets were in relation to ingesting, devouring, and messes that came from poop. The brown and brown-nosed pup was symbolic of this mess. It's hard to keep a clean muzzle when devouring the contents he does. Messytails describes himself as a big fat messy G-ship. Through his tweets we see his fantasies of these poop-eating endeavors. I'm not sure how much YouTube will appreciate me reading these tweets, but I've made sure to exclude those with graphic material. Messy puppy wants to eat sewage. He then puts this little emoticon face as if what he just said was heckin' cute. Oops, that wasn't a fart. And neither was that, or probably the next few. One of my personal favorites, can't sleep, craving shit, and daily agenda, eat poop. Either of which I would love to print on a t-shirt or hang on my wall like one of those live, laugh, love posters. You could do the same with these words of wisdom here. Stay calm and lick poop. What's interesting, if you scroll through the tweets enough, you uncover a few tweets that are unrelated to poop. It's interesting because it humanizes our character here. There is a human behind this Messytails. He isn't just a shit-faced G-shit pup. So tired, wish work was over, single or not single, have a happy Valentine's Day. Send this one to your crush. I'll leave it up on screen so you can screenshot it really quickly. I'm bored and at the beginning of a long work day. We can see from these tweets our friend Messytails here was a bit of a stoner and a drinker himself. I'm a very high pup, and high pups make big messes. Ion? Leafy green stuff. Intoxicated puppy is intoxicated. I like this next one because it's worded like a relatable tweet. Very high, and I need to poop very badly. But I'm not alone, so can't be messy. Story of my life. Story of my life is what you say after some relatable humor joke. So hearing it after shitting yourself for pleasure is quite mind-altering. These are the types of tweets that caught the attention of many. It's the most striking aspect of Messytails. How could anyone ignore the obvious themes here in these tweets? But Messytails was more than that. Messytails had roommates, a job, and a life outside of his account. What I just showed you was a small glance into Messytails' bizarre psyche. So let's put a pin on his human feces tweets for a moment and analyze some more about Messytails as a person. His profile shows this character through a PFP and a banner. However, to view the full image of this, you'll need to do a bit of digging. Then you will come across a reference sheet of his character. Some of this image is required to be censored, but from what you are able to see on your screen, this is the full-size image of Messytails. He's 6'3", 350 pounds, enjoys long walks on the beach, and to everyone's surprise, enjoys mess play. I must say my favorite touch is the color palette, the little poops to indicate what color his persona is. Real creative little spark there. Through his Twitter bio you can see a symbol of the Greek letter zeta. In certain communities this letter is symbolic of zoos, a calling card to identify those with an attraction to animals. His tweets display a similar sentiment. Aside from his own poop fantasies, Messytails would often discuss dog feces. I've been in a more zoo mood lately. Dogs Dogs are incredibly sexy, all over. I'll do anything you want if you feed me dog shit. Even tweeting from his work after seeing a dog there. Someone come steal this pup from work and do messy things to him. As Messytails was known to post his fantasies, which he would call his messy fantasies, many of which would include animals such as dogs and their excrements. This tells us that the fetishes extend further than merely bodily fluids. In fact, Messytails has a whole list of his interests that you can go through that extends all the way to acts with dogs. You can see this on his F list, which is a site used to document and list your fetishes. His list would include animal/feral, knotting, zoophilia, alongside many you can see on screen now. During the months between June 3rd and August 9th, Messytails would disappear from Twitter, only to return with some disturbing posts. Hehe, they can put me in a hospital and make me take pills, but now I'm home and nobody can stop me from covering myself in shit. It's this period of Messytails where the shit seemingly envelops him, drowning in the brown sea, and despite interventions from possibly family and psych wards, nothing can stop the wrath of Messytails. He continues, falling deeper into his psychosis. I need to find a way to become psychologically, irreversibly addicted to shit. If I were big and fat enough, I would eat entire used diapers. I just can't stop eating poop. Clearly something around the time of these tweets took a toll on Messytails, as he wouldn't tweet again for several more months. The first tweet I read was particularly striking, as it notes that people around him were trying to intervene and stop what he was doing. Messytails didn't enter himself into a psych ward, they did. We're going to assume this was his family or someone else with the authority over him to get him into this type of care. Clearly this was an apparent issue to those around him, and as the following tweet showed, that just couldn't stop him. Finally, returning to Messytails' Twitter for one last time, he would tweet his last tweet on the 13th of January 2018. Things have been rough lately. I'm going to be okay, but it might take a while. I hope you're all doing well and staying messy. From this day forward, the known location and status of Messytails is shrouded in mystery. No one truly knows what happened to Messytails. That's not to say there hasn't been theories. Internet researchers theorizing on the whereabouts of Messytails, some of which are hoaxes. But before we get into those, let's go over the most common theory, largely spurred on by this tweet, from a user claiming to be an old high school friend of Messytails. To quote their tweet directly, unfortunately brownnose pup, otherwise known as Eric, has died due to overconsumption of feces and lack of nutrients due to the consumption of feces, and died due to the shock of eating feces. This, however, can be easily dismissed due to the owner of the account revealing he made up the tweet to go along with the narrative people had been already saying. And alongside other suspicions such as him being a high school friend wouldn't have granted him this knowledge, or the fact it may not only be very difficult to die from consumption of feces, but near impossible. This narrative of Messytails not receiving enough nutrients to survive doesn't make much sense. Messytails would consume this feces out of sexual interest, not as a full replacement for all food. This tweet may not have spawned the idea that Messytails passed away, but certainly pushed it out to a wider audience, with many believing this was the reason his account was inactive. However, that is not the only narrative spewed by people just looking for attention. Another popular view came from an impersonation account that claimed to be the real Messytails. This account would state that they were locked out of their main account, so were unable to post on there. However, what this account did say was that they had not in fact died, but instead spent a time in a psychiatric ward. Many people would take suspicion for a lack of any evidence, but with no other information on the whereabouts of Messytails, this was the most they were able to go off of. Therefore, a decent group of people latched themselves onto this theory, believing this truly was Messytails and that they had returned under a different account, and had removed themselves from their feces fantasies. Although, much like the last theory, this can be easily dismissed, as the account would reveal themselves to be a fake account that was not in fact tied to the real Messytails in any way. Despite the red herrings, it is forever possible that these theories may be true to some degree. Well, not the impersonation one, but Messytails may have passed away. It's a dark thought, but people do pass away all the time. Now, whilst the chance of death being related to their feces intake being extraordinarily low, they may have passed away from any any other means. Hell, even I might die between this upload and the next, and when you're seeing this, you don't know currently that I'm alive. What this is to say is that dead or alive, hospitalized or not, it's currently impossible to know the whereabouts and status of Messytails, and the person behind this count to this day remains a mystery. The most notable aspect of the story to me was the internet's reaction to such a person. If we put aside the inarguable zoophilia, we're left with a mere feces fella on our hands. In response, people didn't seem to care to dislike Messytails for this reason. Instead, they were the butt of the joke, as if the interest of theirs wasn't something people hated, just something people thought was funny and a good laugh. When you think about it, the concept of a poop interest doesn't seem entirely unlikely in comparison to what humans are capable of doing. Activities involving poop that are less sexual but still physical are seen all across the animal kingdom, often revolving around a sense of enjoyment or pleasure. And it's not entirely far-fetched to imagine this could jump over to humans as well. I understand I'm overanalyzing the ethics of poop fantasies, but I think the lack of aggression towards Messytails in this regard is quite intriguing in what it says about our morals. Only once this interest spilled into other controversies, such as with real animals, did a sense of hatred build around his name. My brain recalls to events such as what occurred at BLFC 2021, the incident where a person excreted onto a pizza. This drew large online attention, largely due to the charismatic individual responsible for the fun pizza party.
Oh my god, there's so much cum, holy shit.
However, this wouldn't have seen quite the attention if it weren't for how public it turned out to be. What I mean by that is that the pizza that was used during the incident, instead of being disposed of ethically, was haphazardly thrown into the hallway. A public display for anyone who happened to walk by it until it was cleaned up by someone else. That was the main source of anger towards the people involved. Not the actual act. That was done behind closed doors and between consenting adults. This is evident when looking at a second incident by the same people where they excreted into a bong instead of a pizza. This incident was almost completely overlooked due to it never crossing paths with the public. A more apt comparison would be what occurred at the events of MCFC, or Motor City Furcon. On the 4th of April 2020, staff of Motor City would release a statement through their Twitter. The letter went through a number of problems, but in relation to this video, feces was found in the restroom walls, hotel rooms, hotel beds, etc. This was all done in a nature that seemed implausible to have been accomplished by mistake, meaning someone purposely got a bit messy, leading to the hotel staff having to clean up after them. When acts like this get to the point where they're affecting staff or those who weren't involved in the activity, this is where problems begin to arise. Tying this back to Messytails, if your fantasy doesn't negatively interact with people or animals, it is almost overlooked or treated without seriousness. To those who are unaware of the zoo side of him, Messytails was just a joke. A disgusting and grotesque one at that, but a mere joke. Some even tried to capitalize off his popularity, including this NFT that was minted, described as Messytails Poop Lion NFT. But most just took it at face value, a funny story that was interesting to tell. So with that, I hope you all enjoyed the short video. Bigger videos coming soon, so make sure to subscribe, join my Discord link below along with the rest of my socials, and I'll be seeing you losers next time. Peace.